Hello and welcome to Raven's Arcana. I am Raven, and this is your pick a card reading that is going to be timeless. So if you find this reading that it is meant for you, and you have three choices in front of you, you have a few items that might sway your choice. You have a key, you have a coin, and you have a dragon pendant. Now, when we talk about pick a card, typically we're using a specific tarot card that we're choosing. With this version, we're going to pick from the back of the card. So I don't want any specific card to sway how you choose your pile. So we have pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. Please pick based on either the items or the cards. And we will jump in here and use each specific deck for your pile. All right, this reading is for those of you who chose based on either the key and or the deck with the card, the back of the card specifically of the Black and White Tarot. So let's jump in here. And these are going to be messages about what we need to focus on in the next coming weeks. Hope everyone's doing well, hanging in there as always. And, we always need to work on something. We always need to focus on certain things that have been affecting our lives, right? Doesn't always have to be negative, but definitely part of life, having to make decisions. And let's get in here and see what we're working with. All right. So we start off with the Star. We have the Ace of Cups. And then we have the Tower. All right. So definitely a change is coming with the Tower. The need for balance, right? Hope. The Star is a hope card. We have hope that perhaps a new relationship doesn't turn out like old relationships. Perhaps we've had a lot of failed relationships in the past, and we're still holding on to that hope. So, the Star card will give us that balance, right? That's Aquarius energy. That is really talking about the collective, right? The world. Your view on the world hasn't changed. You still have hope for the world. You're hoping that you can find a new relationship, and as it doesn't end up just burning down to the ground like everything has in the past. I think you've gone through a lot, is what I'm getting. We have the Three of Cups here. And we have the Queen of Swords. Okay. And then we have the Knight of Cups. Yeah. So this is really great. I think you've been going out with friends, really celebrating life, keeping that hope alive, definitely. And I think this has been in the back of your mind, right? You maybe haven't talked to someone that you could possibly be linked to romantically because of past, relationships just turning into let's be honest, this looks like a dumpster fire. But you're very perceptive. So I think you're very picky with the Queen of Swords. I think you were able to analyze, and maybe you're really thinking about your next choice as it relates to a relationship. Now, I think someone will come along, right? The Nine of Cups, there's movement coming in the future. And this is slow moving. That's not a bad thing if we're talking about romance and romantic love, right? The Nine of Cups is typically someone that is very romantic. And I think you're looking for someone to be, a knight in shining armor, right? And that could be masculine, feminine, male, female, whatever you want to call it. Whatever that looks like, You're looking for that just romance, someone that really fills you full of emotion, and you're picky about it. I think in the past you might have chosen based on, you know, based on the how I'm getting super attracted to someone. So you're super attracted. You're very visual, and that's how it's been in the past. But we know, with the Ace of Cups and relationships, you're really looking for something emotional and something that stimulates you mentally. Let's get some clarification on this side. And yeah, these ladies almost look like they're out for a night on the town, have their sexy dresses on, and on the prowl. And I think you're a part of that as well. Even the dresses look similar to what she's wearing, but I think you separate yourself from this group a little bit, and you're very perceptive, analytical, and you see the butterfly on the Queen of Swords, her throne that she's sitting on, right? So you're looking for transformation away from maybe maybe the party life, or maybe relationships, moving away from relationships that don't serve you emotionally, as we see with the cups and have ended in disaster, right? But you're holding on to that hope. Let's get some information on the type of person you're looking for. Page of Pentacles. Interesting. So it could be that maybe you're looking for someone that is financially stable. I'm not saying that you're looking for someone, to flip the bill on everyone to support you, because I think as the Queen of Swords, you are, I'm getting you're self-made anyway, but maybe in your past relationships, that might be a reason. Maybe your partner or your partners in the past, you have really taken care of everything. You have flipped the bill on a lot of stuff. You have funded maybe them going back to school. Maybe they're in between jobs a lot. I don't know. Just really getting that that you are in control of your finances, and you need somebody that also knows how to manage money, right? Let's get some more clarification. Yeah. So you want somebody, once again, we see the cups there. Cheers. You want somebody, and I'm not saying they're going to be unattractive. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that those relationships that we get into that are solely based on just that fiery passion and attractiveness and, sex, right? Let's be honest. It, sometimes those burn out, right? If it's not the type of person that is really financially grounded like you are and self-sufficient, a self-made person, and you are really looking for emotional connection, romance, and someone that stimulates your intellect as well. The whole package. Let's be honest on here. Let's pull one more card, then we'll go kind of over to the left. Yeah, that's who you want. And once again, we have a queen, a king, we have male and female figures on here. Now, this could be, reversed roles. It's not something that you are the woman, you could be the man in this situation, in this predicament, right? That's been going out to the bars, drinking, all your friends might be let's be honest, having one night stands, just, don't really have a girlfriend, just kind of living life. And it could be that as well. But, you're looking for someone that's going to create an empire with you. The King of Pentacles, we're talking about someone that is really grounded and, you see the bulls. I got bullheaded on there. Maybe stubborn, right? So, it could be someone that really likes nice things, but knows how to manage their money. Stubbornness could be slow movement, but maybe they're looking for someone like you, right? To balance out, you know, king or queen or reversed, right? Depending on, if you're a man or a woman, whatever. Um, yeah, this is going to be ultimate balance here with, I just really think you're looking for stability all around. I'm willing to bet we're going to get into some spiritual balance on the left side. Let's figure it out. That's awesome. So we have the Page of Wands, right? That creative messages about the creative spark, right? That passion. And you're looking for someone that has that too. I mean, we're talking about balance. Look at this. Look at the balance. 2 pages. Messages about, they're very grounded, financially stable, and then someone that's very creative and has passion as well, right? And you have the 7 of Cups, right? Now, this is a faith card, right? Faith in yourself to make the right choice. Perhaps the person that you're looking for is going to be someone that has a ton of choices. They are so, I was going to say put together. Typically that means, physicality. However, they are so balanced, they have a lot of choices. And maybe you do too, right? So you have your, I was going to say pick of the litter. I don't know where that came from, but that's pretty hilarious. Or you've made a lot of choices, made a lot of bad choices in the past, and you're worried, right? You're worried that I don't want to choose for looks. You see the pretty girl, I don't want to choose for money. I don't want to choose for, material. I want it to be the right choice, and the right choice, you are going to, we have the Wheel of Fortune pop out here. Fate's going to bring you together. We talk about looking for that balance, and this couldn't be a better card. We have the fire, the earth, the air, and the water. The signs of Leo, the signs of Taurus, the signs of Scorpio, and then the signs of Aquarius. Everything that matters, it's going to be fixed, right? So this is going to be a solid relationship. We're talking about fixed signs in the wheel. Fate's going to bring you together, and with that Jupiter energy, with the Wheel of Fortune, it's definitely going to be something big. And I love this reading. I think everything's going to work out for you. Realize that with that 7 of Cups, keep that analytical, that paying attention, be very perceptive, pay attention. I say pay attention to things in the past. So behaviors, we're always on our best behavior if we're in, the process of finding a mate, right? Whether that one, it needs to be a long-term relationship, a fling, whatever, right? We're always the peacock, right? You always have your best dress on. You're always dressed to the nines. You're always presenting, hopefully, your best self. So make sure that you're surveying, and I keep surveying the field, and trying to find that right person that has the balance. Keep your hope alive. Absolutely, you're going to find someone to start that relationship with. It's not going to end this way as long as you're aware, of everything. And it's going to be big romance, and it's in the cards, right? We talk about fate being in the cards, and it is going to work out for you. Well, all right. Thank you so much, pile number 1, for stopping by. Hope you enjoyed the reading, and look out for Mr. or Mrs. Right. All right. Pile number 2, deck number 2. This is for everyone that chose the coin and or the card, the back of the card specifically for this deck. And let's get to shuffling and jump in here and see what we're supposed to be focusing on. Once again, this is a timeless tarot, so it's not bound to any date, any time, any week, month, year, anything like that. If you found it, then it's probably for you. Just a few more shuffles here. And let's see where this reading takes us. All right, let's get started. Interesting. So we have the Judgment card here, followed by the Queen of Swords. Interesting. Queen of Swords came up in the first reading. All right. And then we have the Ten of Wands. And immediately we are needing a change. Definitely a transformation of self here. Now, you know, Judgment, rebirth. This is definitely reinvention. Judgment is governed by, you know, Pluto. Pluto is Scorpio energy, and this is you know, life and death. This is could be, you know, obsession, but it typically is transformation, right? And you know, from the depths of your soul. With the Queen, you know, you have authority to make this change. To you know, you're, as the Queen of Swords, you really need to dive in and kind of analyze whatever situation you're in right now. Especially if we're looking at the Ten of Wands here, there's something you're carrying around with you, I think, that is not allowing the change to occur. Now, I think something might be influencing you. So, you know, this could be definitely thoughts, and I want to figure out what this is really focusing on, you know, because the Judgment card, when we talk about transformation, like, this is an overhaul of the self. And let's just get in and take a peek. Man, the Three of Cups. That was in the last reading as well, you know, celebration. We have the Ace of Pentacles. And then we have the Six of Swords. So, you know, moving on mentally from something. You have manifestation below. So it's interesting. We have the, you know, there's some sort of burden, something that you're carrying around with you that you need to move on from. I definitely think it's, you know, this is a mental game for you. And it's almost like this reading is backwards, right? It's almost like the card should have come out the other way. But the way I see it is that, you know, there's a change that's needed. And, you know, maybe you just went through a kind of a rebirth of self here. You really transformed, excuse me, and possibly remove some people that were close friends that you always hung out with. And by you know, manifesting and really having that potential now, maybe you've left them behind. And you know, you've moved on from that, and maybe you're struggling with that kind of mentally. I am concerned about what you're carrying with you, and it could be emotion. You know, I'm aware that those are wands, but you know, there's definitely something that's very burdensome to you, something you're struggling with, and let's get into that. Um, you know, some wands followed by some other wands. You with the Seven of Wands there, you're definitely standing your ground. Maybe someone's trying to pull you back in to something. This is, you know, defense of kind of where you stand, right? Defending your position, fighting off, you know, others that are trying to take you down. And we have the Queen of Pentacles here. You know, the Earth Mother. So we have two queens in the reading, and look how calm she is. You know, she's got rabbits and a lamb over here, you know. And the Earth Mother just wants to surround itself with, you know, nice things. Very loving, very motherly. And this took a weird turn, right? Let's get one more clarification on this side. This card came up in the other reading as well. You know, the last reading was about fish in the sea. I don't think this is what this is, and I find it odd that, you know, the wands are all kind of coming out here. Even the Six of Swords has a wand in the water. You're still emotionally attached to, I think, a set of friends. You have really tried to focus on things, tried to change them, you know, try to be influential towards them, and you've had to move on. And I think they're still in contact with you. You know, when this is you kind of turning your back. You know, 3 being a communication card, typically it's you know, you're able to start seeing kind of benefits from the choices you've made, and I think you are seeing that. You know, you're getting back to a loving nature, but something is still tying you to the old crowd, if you will. Let's go over to the left-hand side. Yeah, there's definitely some depression, a feeling of loss emotionally, which is obvious with a change like this, right? With removing the whole crowd that you surround yourself with, and you know, with the Seven of Cups, not really knowing how to, you know, you're struggling. Your burden is that you are a creative, you know, very passionate person, and you've created a new life for yourself, and you're tired of people trying to pull you down, take things from you. You've kind of turned your back on the crowd that you were hanging out with, and once that you realized your potential here, you realized you had to move on and get back to, you know, that loving self. And look at the red here, right? So this is definitely this is you, right? This is you with that red, that love, and this is you still with the red outfit underneath that. You know, wanting to have more love and compassion, and kind of control and authority over your life. And to do that, you know, you had to kind of turn your back on the situation here. And it was heartbreaking for you. You know, but you have 3 cups on the ground. You still have 2 left, right? So I think you have a partner, right? So you have a romantic partner or a wife that's still on your side, but you know, the 3 cups that were shared with the friends are spilt on the ground, and you're still dealing with it, and you know, looking out across the ocean, just kind of pondering, right? And making sure that in the future you choose the right people to be around you. And if you're patient, as temperance suggests, then I think you're gonna be okay. I mean, look at the wands over here, and look at the cups over here. You know, have that emotional balance. You know, take time for yourself to recover from this, and all's gonna be fine. I do want to pull one more card just to end out the spread. And heed that warning I just gave you. You know, don't dwell on this for too long. You're really, you know, creating your own prison here of your mind. And I never really like to end a reading with a this isn't a negative card. You know, we can always change. You've already made huge changes, but you're carrying a burden with you, definitely mentally and you know, spiritually, right? Let's get one more card. God. What choice do you have, right? You need to make a choice to take care of yourself, not focus on the past, to move forward, take the burden off your shoulders. You know, you might feel bad that you left some friends behind, and maybe they don't understand, but they're not on the same level as you. They haven't gone through this transformation the same way you did, and you did the best thing for you. And you know what? We have to take care of ourselves first sometimes. We have to put our oxygen mask on first, right? Before we can worry about other people and really become our grounded, loving, you know, self. We might have to go through the whole deck to get answers, but yeah, there you go. And so we have a celebration, and 4 being the really stable card here, and ending out the reading with the 4 of Wands is a nice way to do it, right? So we have gone through. You need to make a choice. You are creating this stress by focusing on it. Be the Queen of Swords. You know, get in there and use that analytical ability, and really, you know, step outside of the situation and realize that you had to make this decision to move on, right? You had to do this for yourself. You had to take care of yourself. And you're not going to be able to pull these people forward, and that's what you're trying to do here, right? You're not going to be able to get back into that crowd and it feel the same, right? You're different now. You raise your vibration. You're a different person. They're trying to bring you back down, and you have to stay the course and create your own path. Unfortunately, without them. But when you do that, then you are going to find new friends. And look at the red in there. That's you with your new friend, your new set of friends, right? A stable, just really existence. Have patience. process what happened, by all means. But make a choice to take some time to process this. I think you have been carrying this around with you, and you know, sometimes talk about excess baggage. Bring it to the surface, deal with it, get out of your own head, and use that energy of the Queen of Swords to push you towards this loving, grounded person, so you can start to surround yourself with people and celebrate in a different way, you know, connect in a spiritual way. All right, thank you so much for hanging out. Pile number 2, really appreciate it, and as always, take care of yourself. All right, welcome pile number 3. This is for those of you who chose the dragon pendant or the back of the card for this tarot deck. And let's jump in and start figuring out what we are focusing on at the moment. As always, this is a timeless tarot reading, meaning it is not bound to any specific date, time, month, week, or year. If you found this, then it's probably going to apply to you. All right, just a few more shuffles. And let's figure out what we are working with. All right, so we have the Page of Pentacles. We have the Queen of Wands. Very nice. And then we have the Temperance card. Every time Temperance comes out, I get time to be patient, right? We need to have patience. We need to have that balance. Look at how she's balancing herself in the card. Page of Pentacles is typically giving us messages about, you know, grounding. Sometimes it is money, but with the Queen of Wands in the middle here, you know, this is the Queen of Fire, right? Look at the fire she's holding, the Queen of Passion, of Drive. She really is influential. And I'm getting need to have patience. Perhaps you have that fire burning inside of you where you just make split decisions, where you have knee-jerk reactions, and you're coming from a place that it's just ingrained in your soul. And perhaps the Page of Pentacles is telling you that, hey, need to slow down, need to start over. You know, this is kind of childlike behavior. Look at the green for the Pentacles. I think you really need to work on grounding, right? Work on getting back to what it was a long time ago that that you started off with. There's an event happening currently, and not really getting a lot of information on it as of yet, other than the need for patience, right? Yeah, so you can grow, you know. Let's see. So we have the Two of Wands here, which is typically vision, you know. We have the Ten of Wands, which came up in our last reading. A lot of wands coming up. We have the King of Swords. And so this could possibly be something personal. I don't know if this is involving other people at the moment, but we need to have that balance in our life, have patience with ourselves. Maybe we are communicating with others and we are just really, you know, jumping their stuff, right? Jumping into their business, telling them, you know, what we think. You know, we've gone through this experience. We know what's going on, and maybe the page is giving us a message like, hey, you need to ground yourself, halt before, think about what you are going to say before you say it. That's what I'm getting here. And really, you know, having that that Two of Wands, that vision, being able to read the room, right? And this is something you've carried with you for a while. I think possibly because you have just that that split scission. Ooh. I always talk about Freudian slips. Scission or incision. You know, it's very cutting to others. I think you're having an effect on the people around you. But you're in control of that. And, you know, talking about incisions, we have the King of Swords here. You know, we have to be that person that is thinking about how we communicate. So swords are communication, right? That duality of the sword. We need to take authority back over how we address and talk to people. And this is becoming a burden for us. Now let's try to figure out, you know, who all's involved in this. Probably a lot of people. If we know anything about the wand suit and the queen in particular, you know, having that that fire, that passion, and it comes from a place of purity and of love. But it always, you know, it always comes out, or it tends to come out, if you don't have control over it, as cutting to people, as abrasive, right? And we need to make sure that we're reading the room and really thinking about what we say before we say it, having the patience to wait, read the room, and kind of have authority over our thoughts before we communicate to people. Let's see who this is affecting and the situation it's affecting. So we have the Ace of challenges, of course. Chalices, which is the Ace of Cups, right? This is definitely someone that's close to us, that's being affected. In this version, we have the Moon card on there. You know, it could be a relative. You know, it could be a motherly figure. It's possible, but it's definitely a relationship here. Something that you know, you share deep emotions. Someone you share deep emotions with. Yeah, I think this is a family member or someone you've known for a long time. You know, someone you've known for a long time, going back to childhood. You shared a lot of time, spent a lot of time, experiences with this person, and they've been along for the ride for quite some time. So this is definitely someone that you really care about, that you've known for a very long time, that you're affecting. Let's see if we can get some clarification on that. Ace of Pentacles. Interesting. You know, you are, in this instance, you know, with the page, with the ace, you might be losing the, you're in, you know, in a little bit of trouble of losing this person, this friendship, right? This, this stable relationship that you have. Let's pull one more. And you're definitely not paying attention, right? I think that passion comes out as emotion. You're very emotional. You know, people that are very passionate are very emotional, but you're not paying attention to what's going on around you, and it's definitely affecting this person. Let's go over on the left-hand side, get a little bit more clarity. This is a romantic partner. This is someone that you know, you might have had a crush on when you were kids, were best friends, grew up, and ended up becoming romantic, and have maybe built a life together or trying to, but they love you for your passion, your fire. Um, but it's definitely turning into something where I just really believe it's overwhelming to them. This could be a new relationship with this person, right? But this is definitely either you're looking at moving forward with a romantic relationship with this person, but we typically put our best self out there when we're trying to find a mate, right? But this person has known you their whole life, and get a little bit different when it goes from friendship to relationships, right? And maybe you're struggling with how to, even though you're attracted to them, you know, physically, emotionally, um, mentally, right? It's not really been an easy ride thus far, um, with this relationship, and you have a ton of Aries energy, definitely, and you know, it almost feels like you want to be you. Okay, so you've always been in control of your life and in relationships, and I also think that you might bring that into a romantic relationship, and that is not part of compromise, right? We have that Mars energy bringing the hammer down. Like, this is the way it's going to be. You have plans laid out for how you want this to, you know, really to turn out, and what your expectations are. And I don't think that's always a good thing. Um, let's continue on. We have the Ace of Wands. Now, not only is this a romantic relationship, I think this is really new passion. Maybe this person has been a really close friend that you've confided in, knows everything about you, and you just finally realize that it's starting to come up, uh, in your gut, right? You have that, you've always been attracted to them, but we're talking about primal attraction, where it's like, oh my gosh, I can't stand to be around them. I have that those butterflies in my stomach, right? When I'm around them now, and it wasn't like that when you were kids. Something just kind of sparked, but yeah, this is really turning into something you want, something both of you want, but oh man, yeah. Look at the Ten of Cups here. This is ultimate happiness. We see the rainbow. We see the moon, right? The moon is still there from the Ace of Cups. It's in the background here with the romance. It was always there. Oh, look at the moon and the. It's not full over here though, as you're not paying attention, right? You're not paying attention right now to how you're affecting this person. You had the moon guiding you, you know, the whole time from when you were kids or when you first met and you were friends. It doesn't have to be a person that you've known since you were children, but you have that childlike friendship when you first meet, right? And when you start the relationship, look how the moon kind of is illuminating everything, and then it sticks around and takes you all the way to happiness. There's some work you have to do here, for sure, but I really think your fire, your passion, is getting in the way. And look at the Look at the burden you're carrying. You know, you still have that passion, and you want to turn it in and make it, you know, fruitful for the relationship, right? With that Ace of Wands, you want to make sure that it's just burning bright, but because of your, I would say, controlling nature and your unwillingness to kind of reel it in with the rules that you want to set, the expectations you want to set, how you talk, you know, to this person. You see that the flame is quite small here, and while the moon's in the background, there's clouds around it. You know, let's get a few clarification cards and see what, other than having patience and addressing this differently than you address the world. You know, so you're almost taking your passionate creative self that you bring into the business world, that you have, you know, intelligent, deep conversations with people. You need to kind of transform that into romantic conversation. Not be so harsh, not be so cutting, not be so abrupt. And you have the Nine of Swords here, you know. Now you're looking outside at the scene, right? I always call this the nightmare card, you know. But you're on the inside. You're not out in the cold. And so so possibly you're beginning to realize this, to analyze this about yourself. But let's see. Yeah. So Queen of Swords right below the Queen of Wands. You need to balance your passion and actually use the King and Queen of Swords to communicate and realize that you have a dualistic nature. So in your professional life, in your public life, you are one way, which is fine, and it's worked for you the entire time. But on the other side of that, you have your personal life, and your personal life with this other aspect, you know, of you in a relationship. And be mindful of that. You know, you need to learn how to communicate a little better. And I think it has nothing to do with really anything but communication. Communication is key, right? You want to have that passion. You want to be emotional, you know, but you definitely aren't communicating in a fashion that is stimulating for the relationship. And to close this out, it's going to require some hard work to do that. You know, you've defined yourself, and everyone knows you for your passion, your drive, that energy, and that's why this person loves you. They respect you. They care about you. But you need to calm it down a little bit and refocus that flame in a calming manner. You know, you think about a fireplace. You're not burning the house down with the fireplace. You're providing warmth, right, for the home. And you're going to have to transform a little bit. And, you know, with the white on here, just really, really think about communicating in a different way. You know, I keep getting, you were just rough around the edges. which is nice, you know. That's not a typically a term of endearment, but you want to be an individual, and you want to be you know, someone that does things that are unexpected, and but you want to have a stable relationship, especially if it's you know, a romantic relationship. I feel like this is, you know, just I feel like these are chakras coming out, even though there's no color to them. And you see the souls kind of come up, and you know, maybe connect with your spiritual self, and you can do that by meditating. You know, maybe Maybe you're bringing work home. Maybe that's what it is. That you're bringing work home, and you're not taking the time to transform into the person that is just loving, nurturing, compassionate, romantic at the house, right? You need that time to meditate and not just come home from work and talk about communication. Don't bring work home with you. Leave that at the door, and then the world is yours, right? Look at the tree, look at the growth, look at the lushness. Get back to that childlike, love. Don't be the world is ruled by Saturn. You have all these rules and the structure that you're worried about in your public life. But make sure you're being that loving, caring, nurturing person. And turning from that back into that childlike, giddy, compassionate, love, right? Awesome. All right. Well, thanks for hanging out for sure, and just a few things to work on here. But I think if you have the structure that you have in your personal life, and you have that routine, and you stick to it, and you're passionate about it, then you have the utmost ability to transform when you get into your from your public into your private home life. And you just need to be cognizant, be perceptive, have authority over your thoughts and how you communicate. Pay attention, and realize what you have, and don't bring that Mars energy in the house. Be romantic, keep that passion going, and at the house, don't feel like you're left out in the cold, and read the room, and just be happy. Have that ultimate joy, right? All right, folks. This went on a little bit longer than I expected, but hey, we got to get the answers to the questions that we have. So thanks for hanging out. I appreciate your time, and take care of yourself.